What up? What is happening? We're just doing some final engine checks and some routine adjustments, and we're going to be launching real shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we were about to take off on this nice Boeing. We were going to put this bird at 80,000, 100,000 feet as soon as humanly possible. Apologize for the rough takeoff. This is my first day. Please remember to keep your seatbelts fastened and keep all stowed items with you. And once we reach our cruising altitude, you can put your items down underneath the seat in front of you. To passenger in A14, please stop shouting. Crash, crash, crash. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude. You are officially now free to roam about the cabin. Our attendants should be around shortly with food and beverages. If you choose to drink, please remember to drink responsibly. So role-playing aside, if anyone's asking, we are exploring the southern tip of Florida, approaching the Florida Keys. Guess I don't have a co-pilot, do I? Taylor, it's actually surprisingly difficult to find your house. I tried to do that yesterday, and as I started to look up where I was based off of existing airports showing up nearby, I realized I had flown halfway north through Ohio and completely went past Mason. Problem with Ohio, even at a low altitude, is that everything's flat. It's so boring. Warren County Airport, huh? It's so boring, dude. Ohio is so flat. I flew over it when I first got this yesterday. I'm a bit intrigued. It's not letting me turn my engines off. So for some strange reason, it's not letting me turn my engines down. I'm wondering if there's a bug related to this in some way. Folks, please pardon the interruption. May we take this opportunity to remind you that messing with the smoke alarm in the lavatory is strictly forbidden, and I will throw you out the plane. Why is the brakes? But yeah, see right here. Increasing. I've been pressing that B button, but I can't do anything about the crying kid. I'm sorry. That's not working. I am running this game at high graphics. I'm not doing ultra. I tried ultra and my computer is dropping frames a little bit. I don't want to force it that much. It's weird. Yesterday there weren't any clouds in the sky. Today the same thing. I'm wondering if what's going on there. I looked in the graphic settings and I didn't see anything about clouds. It was kind of weird. Which is strange. Hey, clear skies. Can't complain about that. I won't even let my landing gear come out. That's kind of weird. Not that I'm trying to land right here, but I guess that would be cool. Excessive airspeed, but I can't slow down. Wait, if you're in row A and the kid's crying in row F, that must be a serious... Must be some serious crying, dude. You know, it would be cool, Taylor. I could turn this plane around and we could fly past St. Petersburg once we reach the end of the Keys. Can't imagine it being that hard to find the tip of Florida when I turn around and fly north. That's amazing. I think you can still see it. You can still see the tip of Florida over there on the horizon line. Find Mr. Beast's island. I don't even know where Mr. Beast's island is. Wonder how far along the Keys we are. I'm gonna open up maps on my phone and see. Try and find this island at least, the shape of it. Where are the Keys? I don't know, it might be like halfway. Maybe more than halfway, I don't know. Just fly up the west coast of Florida. It's about half. Yeah, I mean, it's an easy flight. I think what's fascinating about this is that it's basically real time. Like, the speed is the same. Like, I mean, theoretically, they could go this fast. I don't know if it does go this fast, but on a cruising altitude, probably. But it's like if you were on this plane when I started the stream, it's like this is where we would be, right, on that flight path. And I think that's kind of fascinating. You found it this morning. What, you mean Mr. Beast's island? Look at those little houses down there. Like, people live down there. That's crazy. Gotta wonder what it'd be like to, like, live down here. But forget about that when hurricane season happens. It almost kind of stink, like, just, like, you gotta drive miles and miles just to get to civilization. Just these little tiny islands. I reckon, like, half an hour, if I turn, we could go to the Bahamas, too. A little further southeast, I think. Who's texting me? Did you actually find... He has his own island? What the hell? I thought you were joking at first. Oh, that's right. You did tell me about this. You're just trying to make me crash. $700,000. It's insane. You're crazy, dude. What do people do down here? Just like the cost of living, like having to get goods and like gas and just like transportation all the way down the strip. I don't know how many miles it is, but it's gotta be a handful. Got an airport like right here, right. If my landing gear would come out, that'd be cool, but it's bugged. It won't work. Oh wait, there it goes, dude. It won't let me decrease my speed. No. I got landing gear working, but speed won't go down. It's kind of a bummer. Try and land on the highway. Yeah, the Florida coast is like gone. This is just going. Man, it keeps going. It's crazy. Whole building down there. Yeah, we're going fast at low altitude. Let's go, dude. All my passengers screaming for their lives. Approaching 3,000 feet. Oh, jeez. Oh, there, dude. It's a long bridge. That's crazy. Tell you what, Taylor, I'm going to try and land soon if you're still watching, and you can pick where we take off from next. I'll probably change the plane, too. There is a little jet plane that I played, or I did last night. That's pretty fun, pretty fast, and more maneuverable. Thing here is it won't let me slow down, so I can't like try and have a landing. Okay, the water's solid, guys. I have it on easy mode, so I don't think it'll let me crash. Like, actually, I mean, regardless, I don't think there's even any explosions anyway. I think it just cuts to black. I don't think it's a wise decision for them to do that and to have people creating videos they shouldn't be creating of, like, real-life events. Probably not a good idea. But holy crap, these keys just keep going. What is this? Alright, tell you what, we're gonna relaunch somewhere. See, they got clouds in the loading screens. So we took off. We took off down here. We must have gotten like all the way to roughly here, and it really opened up right there. We flew a fair amount of ways. You say Antarctica. You son of a bitch. All these white dots are different airports, by the way. So we got a few. It's kind of dark down here, but change to... What's the one that I enjoyed yesterday? Yeah, it was this guy. I think one of the only bummers is sometimes the loading screens can take a while. But I mean, understandably so. I mean, they're loading a lot of data here. Hopefully, the fill thing won't bug out this time. Well, Taylor, you asked for it. Here we are. This isn't even an airport. They just are like, okay. What's this? I don't want to do a blind test. Okay. Stop giving me tooltips. Military base, really? I don't remember which side of the Antarctica we chose. Pick your more interesting place, Taylor. I want my landing gear going. Oh well. Try again later. Oh, it goes in, and I'm not looking. GG. China. Let me just drop the engines off and see what happens. Ooh, man. Alright, you really want to go to China? Alright. Well, it was a fun trip to Antarctica. Thanks, Taylor. It's really enlightening. What if they were just like, hey, your graphics card isn't cool enough, so you don't get to have clouds? Hong Kong, there we go. Yeah, I wonder what's up with the cloud thing. It was kind of weird. And that's a big part of it. Give me clouds. The trailer, the clouds look gorgeous. Casting shadows and everything all over the ground and like volumetric and whatnot. Oh, so the plane's over there. You should get the Pelican from Halo in here. That'd be kind of cool. It is Microsoft. Be like, hey, Halo. You know, it is cool. You can turn the camera around and you can see, like, well, I guess not in this plane, but other planes you can see a little bit further into the cabin. They had, like, they modeled the chairs and everything. It's like, wow. Here's all the dials and everything. North Korea. That's boring. We just got here. So this is China. They're definitely not in the mainland, that's for sure. You gotta go north for that. This is China. So many trees. And just the bummer is one of the big things that I wish they had is maybe they do have it. I just haven't found it yet. It'd be nice to have a map. Maybe to pull up and see like where I am during flight. That big building right there, that's not really looking very great. You got this thing called showcase mode. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Oh, that's trippy. That's trippy. Like putting my plane up. What is going on here? See, now I can just like detach it. Then my plane's gonna crash. I don't want that. I wonder how long I can just glide for without the engines on. That's not right. How am I gaining altitude? There we go. There we go. Well, shoot, China's a pretty cool place. Well, shoot, maybe I'm on like such an easy difficulty that it's literally letting me just keep flying even though the engines are off. It's messed up. Shouldn't do that. Where's my landing gear? An airport way back there, but gotta be a closer one. going pretty fast for this altitude. That's okay. Look at this mountain in the distance. Looks cool. Oh, decisions were made. Decisions were made. Oh, come on. I should have crashed. Maybe at some point I'll sit down and actually do like the hardcore mode and like figure all this out. But I had a long work day. I just want to sit down and fly a plane. There's your crash, Taylor. If you're still watching. No airport nearby, though. It's kind of weird. We've got a lot of airports in China. Pretty far away from the city. Not much around here. Alright, Taylor, you got your China. I would like to go somewhere. Maybe switch planes. Let's go somewhere else. Probably switch planes too. Try a new one. So we started there and we flew fairly far north into the northern area. Oh, we got Tokyo over here. Cool. Let's what else is there? You can get airports way up in Russia. Like, what's up here? In Greenland, too. That's wild. Oh, let's go to Venice. Let's check out Venice. You can see the place in Assassin's Creed. I wish my chair wasn't so creaky. There's the Pacho. Now what's nearby? I guess like Italy and whatnot, right? Switch planes. Do something a bit more relaxed and acrobatic, maybe. A Robin, a propeller plane. That one looks pretty cool. What's going on flying Boeing over Venice? I'll try this one. You can go anywhere in the world. Yes. I think they already have one DLC like airplane you can buy for like $30. I hope they do like really exotic shit. Like I joked with a friend, it'd be cool if they put a Blackbird in. That would be nuts. That thing would fly so fast. I don't know if the game could even load that fast. Probably could, but they only made like 32 of those things. They're crazy. You fly a Blackbird, dude. I'm gonna learn how to fly a Blackbird. Oh, it's nighttime over San Nicolo. Can't even see, dude. This plane is trippy. I almost wish I didn't select it. I want to find that place in Assassin's Creed. That'd be so cool. As cool as the nighttime is, I kind of want to see if there are graphics options to turn off the real-time lighting. You know what? It's probably not even going to let me do that during a session. No, I think I crashed it. I think I crashed it on the water. It's getting a little carried away. That's alright, we'll go to one more place before I end the stream. Let's go to... maybe just like New York City. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, there it is right here. I can change it now. Flight conditions. Oh! Oh, there it is. I can toggle on the clouds right there. Oh, I'm definitely doing that. I want to see this game with clouds. Look how many airports there are. Every little dot here is an airport. It's so crazy. I wonder... actually, no. I wonder if Niagara Falls is how that is like rendered in this game. Niagara Falls. Where is... that's somewhere... yeah, here we go. Niagara Falls. I think, in my opinion, I think they have too many propeller planes. But I haven't played them all, so I honestly don't know. I gotta give them all a shot. I gotta give them all a fair shot. I want something fast, but I want something like flimsy, I guess. Have I tried? I don't think I've tried this one. Let's go! I will say, yesterday I flew in Ohio, which is the state that I live in, and it was very flat. It was so flat, in fact, the slight elevation changes weren't really represented accurately at all. Like little hills and like, well, not really hills, but just like crevices and little canyons. It was almost a little disappointing, but then I started exploring a little bit more. we have clouds. Look at that. It's probably going to drop my performance a little bit, but that's alright. Yeah, like see how like it's kind of a bummer almost. Like some areas are really flat when I know for a fact, like you know, anyone would know that it's not like this. It's not completely flat like this. It's almost a bummer. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the technology is amazing. The fact they can render the entire planet using satellite imagery, that's really cool. But there's always room for improvement. So, like, I've never been to Niagara Falls, but like, curious where the waterfall would be here. Probably right there, right? Or somewhere around here. There's like a canyon right there, so I wonder if... Oh yeah, it's back there. You just can't... It's just nothing's really showing for like the waterfalls. It's kind of a bummer. Look at the cloud. It's so cute. We're gonna fly through the cloud, guys. Let's go. Come on, GTX 980 Ti, dude. Putting in the work. Oh, turbulence. It's that big lake over there. That almost doesn't look right, how perfect that shape is. Bro, is that like Lake Erie or like, it's one of the Great Lakes, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, this plane's weird. Not gonna lie, I kind of just want to fly fast again, so I'm gonna pick. I want to pick that Cessna again. To anyone in the chat, if you want a location, go ahead and choose. Give me a suggestion. I might pick New York City, but I might actually go to like Mount Everest. That'd be cool. Let's map. Yeah, dude, propellers are boring. I want jet aircraft. The biplane would probably be neat. A Boeing, dude. Just giant plane. Oh, that live traffic right there. Oh, come on, I won't show up with anything? Yeah. No, where's Mount Everest? It's somewhere over here. Forget where Mount Everest is, guys. Let's see here. Let's look on our map. I didn't realize it's like right kind of outside of India. That's kind of interesting. I reckon if I just find a spot close to India, I'll be able to see it from there. Got these clouds in the way, I can't see. I thought it said Potato Palace for a second. I was about to laugh. So it's going to be somewhere around here. Yeah. I'll just look at the map again. Double check. Alright. A little bit north of there. Okay. We'll start here with this one. Dude, a lightning storm? It sounds lit, but like I don't want to. I want to see where I'm going. Yeah, last night I flew in Seattle, and that took a heck of a long time to load. A lot of buildings and stuff, I guess. Right. Look at those trees. That looks kind of cool. We're in India, dude. Alright. Let's go. So Mount Everest should be north. Somewhere north. Which means we probably have a little bit of a ways to go. I'm going to search the airport. If I can remember the name of it that we just started at. Alright, so try to type in that mess of a word right there. Kurgan. Kurgan Airport. No results found. You know what? That's silly. I typed in. Just as it's spelled. Oh wait. Bangladesh. That's where we're at. So. If we keep going north, we should be able to see as tall as that. You know what? I think I can almost see it in the distance. Right near the center of the screen. Unless that's just a cloud. See, Bangladesh is a pretty boring place from the sky. I think that might be it. Right? Unless it's just another cloud. Oh, I think I see it. I think that's it, guys. Might be it. Maybe. Gotta get closer. Gotta go fast. I wonder how high it'll let me physically fly. This could get to 200,000 feet. No way. We're going so high. It's so cool. My landing gear's still out. Come on, yo. Go back in. Yeah, that must be Mount Everest right there. Dead ahead, 12 o'clock. Maybe. Can we crack 300,000 feet? Jeez. Can we crack with our landing gear out? Can we crack? Jeez, dude, this thing's climbing. Oh no. No, you're almost there, buddy. No. I didn't think you'd get past 250,000. Jeez. Like, I just closed my landing gear. Come on, you. This cockpit looks pretty nice. DC cabin VL. We got 2 cup holders. This plane has 2 cup holders. I want this plane now. Oh geez, I started climbing again. Oh. And now we're going west. That's not good. Yeah, dude, that's Everest over there. That has to be Mount Everest. It's so far away. We're gonna get there. I don't feel like trying to load in again. Hey, my landing gear went up. Oh, that's pretty cool. There, now it's working. Just decides when it wants to work and when it doesn't. Alright, go back. I have yet to actually land on an airstrip in this game. I've never flown one of these little jets though. These like private jets. It'd be so cool. You see those pictures like rich people like just chilling in their jet, and you know that's what rich people do is they chill in their jets. Pretty expensive. I actually heard in California there's some like local service that it's fairly expensive on like the monthly, or maybe you just pay for each flight. I forget. I read it about a long time ago, but there's a service you can pay where they, after an extensive background check, they will you can like basically say I want to fly to like this part of like the state or somewhere outside. Like it's not anywhere in the U.S. It's just like a certain section of like California and certain spaces around it. And you could like just go out, say, hey, I need to fly here, and within half an hour you'll be flying or something. You just park your car, drive right up, you get out and hop on the plane and go. I read about that several years ago. I don't remember where, but that sounds really cool. That'd be like, say you're kind of rich, but like not really rich. So you're like, I don't want to try and afford a plane. I'm just gonna like use this service. Like that's really cool. Now I want to figure out why I'm climbing by default here. Something to do with these flaps, maybe. I don't know. It shouldn't be climbing like that. I mean, obviously, you probably should because of what I'm doing, but I want to just keep it level. Doesn't work like that. Here at the Aegis Airlines, fly where I tell you to fly. This is like legit a 45-minute flight to Everest. It's so cool. Like, let's go, guys. In fact, I want to fly across these islands. Or not islands, what am I saying? These mountains, dude. The mountains of Bangladesh. It is pretty wild to think like this is actual, like these are actual houses. People live in these houses, and that's just weird. It's cool, but it's also weird. Yeah, I wish I could run this on Ultra. Be cool. I mean, I kind of can, but you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for a little bit and see how it handles. Let's crank it up. Ultra. Render scaling. I wonder what that is. I'll keep it at 100. We're losing a little bit of frames. Dang, it looks good. That looked good. Jeez, I go to text for like 8 seconds, my plane starts to tilt. roads, dude. Those roads at the back there. Look at that. Man. Oh, it's a river. That's lit. This game is just gorgeous to look at, man. This is great. And increase our altitude, see how much closer we're getting. I think I picked I mean, it would have been nice to start closer, but I think I picked a pretty decent starting point. I had to, like, find it, you know? I had to find exactly where I was going. Oh, crap. We're losing altitude. Increase our speed. Starting to get pretty hilly, though. These mountains. What boggles me is if you really wanted to, like, I bet you people are gonna like long play this game and go like, I'm gonna start here and fly halfway across the world, or like fly across the world. Like, how long would that take? How long would it take a 747? I'm assuming that's probably the fastest option. Probably not, maybe. I mean, this guy's pretty fast too, but. Dude, we started way back there. I'm not getting any. I'm trying to hold the X button to find any airports, but nothing's popping up. You gotta work for it. You gotta work to get to Mount Everest. You know what's weird? You know what's almost weirder is, like, right now this looks great. You look at what came out like 30 years ago, and then you think about what's going to be in 30 years. Whatever it is, people are going to look back at this and be like, that looks like shit. That's so crazy. That's so crazy to think about. Like, this is only going to get better. It's just so crazy to me. I'm 27 right now, and 20 years ago I was playing Spyro the Dragon and like Twisted Metal, like the original ones. A couple years later I would discover Halo. But like just simple 3D platformers, like little ancient PlayStation games. Oh, man, that's crazy. So I'm guessing this is Mount Everest. Obviously I've never been there, but like nothing else. I mean, you could see this from so far away when I went really high up. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Now, Everest is what? 29,000 feet high? If we go to 29,000 feet altitude, that'll tell us, right? That'll be it. And this guy's looking like it, but I'm kind of almost like disappointed. Some of the ground textures look a bit interesting. I wonder if they are having trouble rendering and figuring things out. Almost had a close call there. But yeah, that has to be it right there. I mean, we're at about 29,000 feet. Everest is, I'm fairly sure Everest is 29,000 feet. I'm a tall person. I like tall things. Like the Burj Khalifa is at 1,008 meters. Tall people gotta be, they gotta know their tall things, their tall facts. Like the Pyramid of Giza, I think holds the longest record. It holds the record for the longest time holding the record for the longest structure. The longest, tallest structure in the world, I think. Close enough. Yeah, that's gotta be it right there, though. I'm going to turn the graphics down and give my card a little bit of a break. Kind of. There we go. That was pretty cool though. We didn't start very close, but we had to fly for like 30 minutes to get there. Going over all those hills, all the roads and stuff. That was awesome. Let's go ahead and go to. I want to go to New York. I want to see if I can get the Statue of Liberty. Let's see. In the trailers, it looked really good, but I'm curious what they were. I mean, I don't think I can run it. Like, they must have pulled some trickery to make it look that good, you know? You know how they do that. Manhattan will look like not as cool, maybe. Let's go to, let's change our, there we go. I will say my parents and family and I, we go to this lake to like vacation almost every year. I say almost because of COVID going on this year. And in fact, if you guys have seen the Aegis Hour series, look at that. There was a video where I swam to that island in that video, and that's the lake. And last night I landed, or I started about half an hour away, and I found it. I flew in that direction. The only reason I was able to find the right one is because of the island. Like, that was such a big giveaway, but it was still pretty cool. I was like, whoa. Governor's Island. Let's do it. Now, I did try flying over my house, because apparently that's a thing that a lot of people want to do in this game, and I could not. I found the house in my hometown that I grew up in, because that was easier to do, but in Ohio, everything's flat, and I could not, for the life of me, like, get to a point where I recognize certain buildings. Now, maybe I might do that after this bit in New York. We'll see. It's kind of a boring area to, like, land or to watch. And it's weird thinking about how fast you're flying. It's like the Kentucky, or like the airport across the Ohio River down in Cincinnati is like, it's like a 45-minute drive, but it's like you get in this plane and you fly up to Mason, Ohio, or Westchester, and it's like, it only takes you like 10, 15 minutes to reach that, or like less. Because I started seeing other airports popping up. I looked them up on my phone, and I had flown halfway north through Ohio. I was like, oh, crap. I overshot it a little bit. All right, here we go. Oh, it started me in the air. All right. Interesting. If anyone was wondering, I am playing with a gamepad, or a controller, if you will. And could do mouse and keyboard, but at the end of the day, just give me a controller. In fact, I'm playing with the controller that I used to. This thing is so beaten up. Like the little knobs on like the left thumbstick are pretty much gone. They are gone actually. From I used this controller all throughout Halo 3 and Halo Wars 2 and Halo Reach, or Halo Wars 1. Sorry, this controller is beat. When I wanted a controller for plugging to the PC, I was like, oh, I got this one wired controller. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That was a little too close for comfort. I want to see about going over to New York. And you can see it'll freeze up for a moment when it has to load a new area around you. A little bubble, if you will. Look at the ferry, though. Look at the cute little boat down there. Gosh, just the detail on that boat. Like, that's not bad. It's not amazing, but, like, it's not half-assed, you know? Oh, gosh. I don't even want to think about trying to fly between the buildings. There's definitely room for some graphical improvement here, but still amazing. Amazing we can do this. And there's where the Twin Towers were. Oh gosh. That's a lot to draw right here on for performance. Gosh, look at that tower. That's cool. Oh, the Empire State Building. I wonder if the Trump Tower is in this. I mean, it's gotta, right? Not to get political. I'm not getting political. I don't do that. Well, not on social media. Here's why I don't get political, and now because I'm telling you about why I don't get political, it means I am getting political. Okay. Let's scrape this building right again. Let's see if I can scrape right over the Freedom Tower. Yo, is it a plane up there? No way. Dude, there's a plane up there too. Oh crap, losing altitude. Speed up. Speed up. Oh, that's so close. That is a legitimate jet. That is so cool. I wonder if that has to do with like the ones they put in real time. They're like, hey, we have real-time jets flying in the sky. Like, I don't know if I have that setting turned on, but if that is a real-time jet, that is literally representing an actual plane flying IRL. That is so crazy. The Brooklyn Bridge. I've only been in New York once, and I was, I think, 7 or 8 years old. I was not very old, so it's been a long time since I've been there. Actually, no, I think it was a little later. Maybe it was 10 or 11. So many buildings. I wonder if they hand modeled that. I heard that they hand modeled, like artists did certain things, like by hand. Now, is the Trump Tower in New York? I don't remember. I do not remember. Oh, is that Central Park? That must be Central Park, I think. Look at that. Gosh, I gotta go back to New York at some point. I want to see the Freedom Tower in person. That'd be so cool. This is so fast. It's getting a little bit shaky. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. It's gotta be like 300 miles an hour, something crazy. There's that ferry again. This game is hard to put down. I said one more location, and now like I want to keep going. I want to try. I want to go see another place. Okay, guys, just one more. Look at how the Empire State Building still stands out. You can see that white. You can see like that has to be hand modeled, and like just the way it pops out more than everything else. Even after like New York just disappeared there, or like the Freedom Tower and everything around it. That's weird. There's a little airport right there. All right, guys, one more. I swear. You know what? I'll try out that biplane maybe. We'll see how that flies. I do wish we could pull up the map during flight. Maybe we can somehow. I don't know, but because that would like make me want to like see, like say, okay, now I'm here. Now I'm gonna try and like go here and like fly there, because that's all part of the fun. But I don't fly airplanes IRL. I don't know where I'm going. But this is just so stinking cool. Like anywhere you want. That is just amazing. I wonder if we go to like New Orleans, if the city will be underwater. Lamau, dude, Lamau. So if I remember correctly, Destin is somewhere around here. Hey, there's a bridge I think that goes over this way. I think that's right, actually. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah. I mean, it said Destin on it, but I'm still doubting myself. I'm gonna question the game. I don't think it's right. I guess we go to live time. It's gonna be a sunset over there. That's cool. We'll do that. Destin, Florida. I haven't been there in a few years. It's been a minute. Let's try the biplane. Only 15,000 feet. Oh man, it's gonna be exciting. I do want to see if there's like a runway that like is so short that if you put a Boeing in there, you just can't take off because there's not enough runway strip. Yo, what if they put in the Wright brothers, like the B? No, it's not. It's not sorry, the B. I forget. Like the Wright. No, it was the Wright B flyer. I think is what they called it. As boring as that would be, that would be kind of cool. Here's where if I fly along the coastline, I will recognize some things here. If I get to the right spot, and that will be trippy. Yeah, this thing's not easy to control. This thing is so flimsy. Oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh, I just crashed into a house, dude. No. Look at that house. That house looks nice. Look at, like, it's not remarkable, but it is really good. How do I back up? If I just, like... Yeah, this guy's not easy. This guy is... Why'd I shoot? This was not a good idea. Now I'm upside down. Oh, what a great idea. I don't like that plane at all. That plane's hard to control. At least the first try it is. What am I doing? We're gonna try that again. Dude, I know, Capil. Oof, big oof. I thought, let's try the biplane. Why not? I do want to go to that same spot again, though. Maybe this one won't be as rough. Again, I can't get over how they just let you go anywhere. That's so crazy to me. Maybe they'll let us fly on the moon as DLC. Alright, for real this time, guys. We ain't visiting anyone's house. Oh, look at this little fat plane. Look at the people inside. That's so cool. But, like, when I do this, I'm by myself. This is lit. It's like a little two-person plane. This is the kind of thing I want. If I could afford it, I mean, if I could afford a jet, that'd be cool too, but I'm going to learn how to fly this plane and buy one in 20 years. It's crazy, like that beach down there. I've been on that beach several times. And we would drive over this highway right here. And down in the water. The water is so shallow over kind of where the propeller is right now on screen in that area. It's so shallow that people will park their boats and hop out and like stand in the water, like really shallow boats, like kayaks and smaller boats, and just chill. It's just just a field of boats, people just hanging out. And there's a private beach way up here somewhere. There's a restaurant that me and my buddy would go to. We'd go to this restaurant called Hell and Back, and it's over this way. In fact, the whale's tail is actually back there, and that is a really neat restaurant. But Hell and Back is you can like park your boat. You can just drive up, park your boat, and just like you're right there, right at the restaurant. Step out, you're on the little dock, and you walk up, and boom. It's so cool. At some point, I'll get out of Ohio. That'll be nice. Ohio gets pretty boring. It's got some cool things here and there, but I think the same could be said about every state. But I don't remember this part being like this, but it has been it's been like 5 or 6 years since I was down here. IRL, that is. Yeah, you would come up here. You would turn left right at this intersection. And it's right back in here somewhere. Of course, it doesn't have the extreme detail, but it's right along here. Maybe it's not. It's been a while. Maybe it's back there, but either way, it's the thought that counts. Maybe I'll try and land and to finish off the stream. Gosh, I gotta go all the way over there. Alright. Yeah, there's definitely room for improvement. We'll get to a point where the detail down here will be even more. Like, you'll be able to see the decks on people's houses. You'll be able to see stop signs if you get close enough. Fences, and I don't think it needs like people walking around. The cars is nice, but like better traffic. I mean, like just more. Like we're gonna get to that point, and that's gonna be crazy. Showing pools and trampolines, trampolines of all things. I want to see trampolines in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It'll get there. It will. So I don't know how KTS compares to miles per hour, but I'm guessing this is about 100 miles an hour. Somewhere around that point. Not a bad little plane. The wings look kind of funny. It'd be cool if, like, if we were spiraling out and, like, going crazy, that the guy in the right, the passenger starts freaking out. Like, 100 knots equals 115 miles per hour. Okay, there you go. This is why I have you here. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so it's similar. I don't know why we have to go to this knots thing, like, especially with sailing. Like, that's just weird. Yeah, don't tell me it's too fast. I'm slowing down. Too fast? You kidding me? I'm like turn my engine all the way down here. Gosh, we're losing speed here, and I'm still going too fast. Oh, what happened? Where'd the red rectangles go? Come back! I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. It's somewhere over there. I wonder if they were just like, screw this guy, he doesn't know what he's doing, and like they just took the boxes away. All my red boxes. Yeah, I don't know if I would take this game seriously, like if I played it on like the way it was meant to be played, where it was actually like I did do everything. I would definitely want to have all of like the extra hardware. All right, I gotta slow down here. We're flying in Destin, Florida. Tell you what, this was going to be the last stop, but Capeel, if you want to choose a location, go ahead, and then we will go there and we'll fly around for a little longer. We'll I'm gonna count this as a victory. I tried to retract the landing gear while I'm still on the ground. It looks kind of funny. Maybe it's not. It's okay. I thought it was trying to go in. But... Hey, we did it. I landed for the first time. Look at that. I want me to ask for permission? I didn't see shit going on. East Midlands Airport. Alright. Maybe we'll end it with a Boeing aircraft, just like what we started with. In the UK, okay, cool. Bro, you're in the UK. It's probably past your bedtime. What are you doing? Yeah, see, if I zoom out, we were over in the United States over here. East Midlands Airport. Over in Nottingham, it sounds correct. It's currently nighttime. We're gonna change that. Yeah, it's 12:20. You gotta go to bed, dude. No. Dude, you kind of live in the area where the next Assassin's Creed game is gonna be set. I think somewhere. Oh, 120? Yeah, see, I thought it was 5 hours. Alright, it took me out from where... Oh. Okay. Oh, where's my Boeing? Hey, let me know if you want me to fly north, south, east, west. Home of Robin Hood. I was not aware of that one. I saw that Robin Hood movie that came out a few years ago. It's a shame it didn't do very well. I think it wasn't released at a very good time, but I really enjoyed it. Really loved the combat with the bows and whatnot. It was really cool. It would have been neat to see them rehearse the fight scenes and put more work into it. Like, they weren't bad, but like after you see John Wick, you become very critical about fight scenes and like the shots and like the choreography and how you can just cheat it. Well, not really cheat it, but like if you don't train your actor, they can't do as much, right? And so it's like, well, let's get creative. All right. South, like 10, 15 miles is my city. All right. Look how good that looks. That looks so dang good. There was one point when I was flying out a few years back, and our plane got to like the runway, but it stopped, and a few other planes like passed us to go take off. I got nervous, and when we were waiting there, another plane came up and then stopped, and we were at a funny angle where it was raining. It was downpouring that day, and the coolest thing, like as a visual effects major, someone who likes simulation and all that, I couldn't stop looking out the window at the turbines, at the jet engines, and how much water and wind was being kicked back behind them, like on the ground too. Like the plane's not moving, but the thing is just the engine's moving so much, or it's cranked up so much that water and mist is spewing back behind it like 50, 80 feet. I'm just like, that is so freaking cool. All right. South. Like 10, 15 miles literally in my city. Alright. Yeah, man, doesn't it look like if you've been to these airports, it's like you start recognizing shit, and it's like, holy crap. Come on. Oh crap. Oh crap. 70% throttle during climb. Oh, come on. This is your captain speaking. Please. I'm kind of surprised they bothered to map my area in lol. I mean, I don't know if you're aware of the technology, but like what's behind all this, but like they pretty much just built a program to handle all that. Not saying it's not lazy, obviously, and they've put in a lot of work to get it to work right. And I've seen some hiccups here and there of things looking funny, but if this as a technological innovation, it holds up so well, incredibly well. So I'm gonna fly slow here because if it's only 10-15 miles south of the airport, then oh my gosh, like how much time will take to. I want to fly through the rectangles. They disappeared on me last time. They abandoned me when I needed them most. So I gotta keep turning a little bit farther south. Yeah, it really is insane. I mean, they hand modeled some areas, but like, I think they said like, so there's like 37,000 airports, and they did like 30 or 40 of them where they just made them all by hand. So kind of get closer to the airport and then head south. Oh, landing gear. Landing gear. There we go. There we go. All nice tucked away. Look how clean that looks. It's so adorable. 37,000. Yeah, I mean, you saw the map when you zoom out. It's like there's so many little white. Well, you probably didn't know that. Oh my gosh, I'm not going the right way. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, some of them are like hardly counting as airports. Like, Antarctica is just like an empty white sheet of ice. But like, I've probably already hit your hometown, to be honest. Flying this fast. You're like watching the stream, you start hearing this fucking jet flying right over at you. You're like, ah! Try not to drop the F-bomb on my stream. I apologize for that, but I would be scared. I would be scared if a plane like this was going this 8,000 feet off the ground. How are we looking though? Do you recognize any of this? I could land right there. I could land right here if I wanted to. Would not be easy, but maybe it's a relatively big city. Yeah. Oh, never mind. There's an overpass right there. I couldn't land right there. Come on, load, dude. It's just so beautiful. Honestly, I did not get really like into this game until like 2 weeks ago, where I discovered that they basically made the whole planet. I heard that and I was like, what? Let's climb, dude. Yeah, see, you recognize stuff. Look at that. That's wild. How cool is that? Yeah, dude, it is a remarkable achievement. We'll take it up to maximum altitude and then try and land maybe and then call it a stream. I gotta get off here soon. You know, almost every morning I wake up and I think, oh, I'm gonna get more sleep tonight. I feel like crap, and then it never happens. Point of interest, landing strip. My altitude is crap right now. What am I doing? We keep heading south. We're gonna exit the UK, I think, and head into Europe. Gosh, if you're on this flight, you're like, ah, just holding on to your dear life. No, why are you falling? You're not supposed to fall. I got up to like 250,000 or 280,000 altitude earlier. This thing should be able to go above 100,000 easy. Yeah, man, you're welcome. No problem. That's like the jaw drop moment. It's something you're familiar with, so of course. All right, you know what? Just crank the engines all the way up. How many hours of sleep do I manage a day? I wake up at 5:30 and I work 7 to 5. I don't usually fall asleep until like 11-ish. So it's like a meager 6 hours. I want to get 7 to 8, but it stinks with the long work days. You get home and it's like before you know it, it's time for bed, and you're like, no. When COVID hit, I lost my job. Then my company had to lay off like 100 people. And at that point, they were mandating 7 days a week. And we had already been working 6 days a week since like August of last year. And this is back in like January of this year. And I put my foot down. I was like, I can't do like 7 days a week. I just can't. And when I applied, I told them that. And they're like, okay, cool. And they start mandating it's like 7 days a week. I called off like 4 weeks in a row. Oh, there's wind turbines? No way. And eventually they're like, dude, you gotta work Sundays. Like if you start calling off, you start gaining points, and if you get to a certain amount of points, then you get fired basically. And I was like, you know, fine, whatever. And I worked a Sunday, and then I kept working the following week. I worked like 13 days straight, and then I literally got sick and I had to call off. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I told them, I physically, my body cannot, like, for reference, I was working at a chicken processing plant. Lots of walking. Like, I was logging like 15 to 16,000 steps a day, working 7:30 to 4:30. They were long days. And just a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of action, a lot of moving around, and body couldn't handle it. And they had to lay off some people. They saw I was unwilling to work Sundays, and they're like, hey, like, I'm sorry, but you're on the list of you're on the chopping block. So had 4 months off, and now I'm back to work. I got a job about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It is insanity, yeah. And people were like, isn't that illegal? And like, I looked it up on Google, and apparently it's not illegal, but it's definitely not a nice practice. And it kind of stinks because like I kind of enjoyed it. There are times I didn't enjoy it, obviously, but like, what makes it great is the people that you work with, and there were so many cool people. I mean, it was a big facility, so there were over 1,000 people that worked there, but that's all 3 shifts combined. So like, one shift you'd have 300 to 400 people in the building. And that plant produces about a little over 1 million pounds a day in like packaged chicken products, ranging from like chicken that goes on your pizza that you order from Papa John's, or to like jail food, even to schools and hospitals. It should be illegal. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but thing is, the Hispanics, the people that come from Mexico in the United States, whether they're legal or not, they want to work their asses off, and they make a lot of money, and they send it back to their families. Because like the conversion rate of the peso to the U.S. dollar is just insane. It's worth so much. They make so much money like here compared to what one of them told me. He said something like he would work a couple hours, like 2 or 3 hours, and he would help like at his like uncle's farm taking care of some like animals, and then when he got back, in that 2 to 3 hours of work, he would earn like $3 or $4. I'm like, that is just like 3 or 4 United States dollars, but in pesos. It's like, that is so crazy. Does it put you off the food a little knowing how it's produced? Honestly, no, because like I've enjoyed the taste like before. So seeing how the process isn't going to like make me not want to. Like, if it tastes good, it tastes good. For further clarification, it's a food processing plant. So what happens is the plant that I was working at, they get the slaughtered chicken already like killed and everything. And so then there's all the production lines, and it goes through like the breading process and being cooked, and then being flash frozen in a spiral freezer that's like 3 stories tall, and then it gets packaged. I'll tell you what though, the size of the spiral freezers, that stuff is like just the level. I mean, you think 1 million pounds a day, how much is moving at once? Honestly, it was really cool. It was cool to see some of what the food processing is like in our country. And you know what? They had pallets that shipped over to the UK, actually. There was a time when they were stacking boxes on one line, and they had 2 pallets instead of 1. And I was like, what's that about? And they're like, oh, that's just how we do it when it ships over. Like, it ships international. And I was like, oh. Oh, you're familiar with the Mexican hustle. Yeah. You're a 90s kid. Me too, man. Me too. There's nothing wrong with a good work ethic, but everyone has a limit. And I reached my limit, and they let me go because of it. Yeah, like when one of the lines cooks like hamburgers or cheeseburgers, like it's like 20 to 30, it's like 20-ish a second, like going through. It's the amount of product moving. And like chicken nuggets, when they do like chicken nuggets, that's like 40 a second, or like 50 a second. That's just so crazy. In fact, I wanted to record more audio and do more Foley recording. I just haven't gotten around to it because I have a nice shotgun mic. But I did an experiment with my phone when I was there during the lunch hours over the course of a few weeks, because I was in a role where I didn't have to take lunch at a certain time, so I would take my lunch after everyone else took theirs, and so I got some time where it was really like quiet and whatnot when I was doing my work, because I worked with the ovens there. And if you go to my I think it's in a playlist, if you look up the if you look up Aegis Audio, I think there's like the first one is inside of that actual plant. If you want to see some like visuals of what it looks like, you can literally like watch that video and see a bunch of shots, and you just hear the audio, obviously. Well, you know, I wasn't trying to get great audio, but I wanted to see how the iPhone handled it. Chicken nuggets, I'm hungry, dude. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. And honestly, if they offered me to come back, I would probably say yes. But I'm obviously with like certain, like not saying my current job is crap. I think it's got its ups and downs. Like the cool thing about working in that plant, man, is if you don't mind like working in like a cold environment, it's great because you're not sweating. I mean, if you work really hard, you can sweat. And aside from the oven rooms, pretty much everywhere is on the production floor is kept at like 38 degrees or like 40 degrees. So you really have to work your tail off to really start sweating. Yeah, it's on my channel. If you go to playlists, there might be an Aegis Audio playlist. You know, there's only one video in it, but because I do want to do more sound effects recording stuff. I got too much going on. I'm also learning. I've been learning how to. I haven't really talked about it on the channel, but I'm learning how to. For the last year and a half, I've been learning how to trade on the foreign exchange, the currency markets, and that's been a nice side income. But getting to a point where I'm consistently profitable is the hardest part. The last like 8 weeks, I've done great, and then this week and last week have been rough, just at like a standstill, making some wins and then getting some losses, but. The goal there is to get to a point where that's a full-time income within the next 5 years, and then I won't. If I get to that point where it pays me enough, I don't have to work, obviously, and then I can finally do what I want, which is create stuff and make videos, animation, visual effects, what have you. Farm airstrip, dude. I could do this for days. If there were more people watching and chatting, I could just play this game and chat with you guys. Like that would be. That would be the most, one of the most relaxing things to do after work. And we should be getting out of UK here soon. You gotta be getting close. Yeah, so it's not stocks. It's a very it can get confused with stocks. They are two separate things. Forex is the foreign exchange market, so you get like US dollar versus Japanese yen, British pound versus Japanese or Swedish krona. I mean, there's like a bunch of them. It's known as like the Wild West, kind of. And to some people, they consider it gambling, but I guess you could see it like that. But it has been proven over time that it is possible to get to a point where you're using indicators and you're reading charts. And I don't like to read charts. I'm not going to get into how I do it myself, but the story is, or the point is, you can get to a point where you can build this skill and get to a point where you're consistently profitable. You're going to have losing trades, but you want to get 60% of those to be wins and 40% to be losses. Have more wins than losses and keep your losses smaller than your wins. Think I should stream more, huh? Yeah, I mean, it just depends on like the mood, man. Depends, and there's a lot going on right now. I got a lot of things going on outside of work as well. And I have a nice microphone, so I mean that's also part of it. I got a Yeti, one of the Yeti microphones. Yeah, foreign currencies. What you do is you trade on MetaTrader, either MetaTrader 4 or like MetaTrader 5. You can download the app and just open up a free demo account and just like play with fake money. Just place buys and place sells and like read the charts and just dabble in it and see. Like I've been playing on a $1 million demo account for like a couple weeks, and in the last week I've done about $90,000. And the goal is to typically per week the goal is to hit a 3 to 5% like profit. If you shoot for high profit, you're probably like being way too like aggressive with your lot sizes and your trade sizes, and that can like blow your account and make you lose all your money, because when you open up a trade, if it's a buy, you want the chart to go up, and if it's a sell, you want it to go down. But if it goes the opposite way, then that trade starts to turn into negative, and so that starts to eat up your equity. And if you have too many trades open that go negative and reach your account balance, then you lose all your money. And obviously you don't want that, and we call that drawdown. You always have a floating drawdown, typically 10 to 15, 25, 30 like percent of your account being in drawdown. It's not, that's not bad. If you get above 40 to 50%, then you obviously want to consider options. But I could talk about this for a while. I've been learning this since January of last year. The end of last year, I gained about 300% of my account, tripled it basically in like a 11-month period, and then I lost about half of that when the stock market got really bad back in February when COVID hit. Everything went to shit basically. Yeah, I lost about like 30% of the account. So, and I trade conservative. I trade safer. I don't place. I've learned to not get aggressive, not get greedy, stay humble. And I have some friends that lost their whole account when the market crashed because they just were too aggressive. But yeah, I could go on about this for hours, dude. I don't want to bore the stream. But I meant to stop streaming like an hour ago, so here we are. How big is the UK, man? I've been flying. I can speed up. It's like, I think I can see the ocean. I wonder why it's turning blue like that. Why are the rectangles blue? Ah, they're red. COVID is a good time for investing. Gold was shooting up like crazy, past 200 ounces, or $200 per ounce. And last week I made about $200 off of that. Now, if I had a much larger account, which I'm not going to get into how much money I have, like this and that. It's not a little, but it's not a lot. It's a fair amount, but I basically did like 9% growth, or like 8% growth on the account that week. Like last week, it was fantastic. But gold's taken a little bit of a dip recently, back below the 2,000 region. But a lot of people are thinking it's going to hit 2,500. Now is a perfectly great time to invest. The problem is if you've never done it, you don't know where to start. And to be honest, I don't. If it's not Forex, I don't know like where to start. If it's not the foreign exchange, that's all I really know. I don't know about stocks and futures and options and all that, unless I have some friends that dabble in it, but I don't. That's not me. So I would need someone to hold my hand and be like, hey, do this, do that, buy in right now. Yeah, I've been playing this game for like 3 hours though. I'm going to try and find a landing area and call it a night. UK is tiny, 8 hours end-to-end driving. Crazy. That's nuts. It must be weird to live somewhere where like you almost feel trapped, like maybe. But I guess if it's all you ever know, like it's like for me in the United States, it's a really big place. You can go through Canada even and go up through there if you wanted to, and go down through Mexico, God forbid. But it'd be just weird, like if you lived in Hawaii, like that would be crazy. It's like you're trapped. That's it. I'm not really trapped, but like it's an inconvenience to get out of there. We're gonna try and land this thing. We're gonna turn around here in the next 10 minutes, and you know what? I'm not even gonna follow this thing. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna turn left. But yeah, man, you think about the compound effect. Think about even just 2 to 4% a week growth on an account. What does that look like after 5 years? And the answer is, well, it's a lot. Even if you just start on a couple $1,000s, that shit's crazy. America is kind of bland, no offense. There are certainly bland parts. No offense taken, brother. I understand. There are cool parts. Florida, I haven't been. Man, we went to Disney World in Florida when I was like 4, and I have like 6 or 7 pictures in my head of what that looks like. But then just Destin, Florida, where we were flying in the last session, was like the only place I've been at. And that's like hardly in Florida. Alright, load up. I guess Europe is around the corner, yeah. It's a short ferry ride or plane ride. Man, I must be right in between some major loading zones, because it's like freezing up on me. Good grief. I picked a wrong spot to turn around. I would love to go to like the UK, but like the idea of being that far away from home, like all the planning and everything, or like going to Europe. Like if I die and I've never been over to like to this whole part of like the world, I'm kind of okay with that. Honestly, I would like to go up into Canada and explore all that, but like that's just me. I'd probably see Hawaii and go to the Caribbean and all that, Bahamas. Oh, jeez. Why am I looking down at my crotch? I'm trying to land this plane. You know, I almost didn't buy this game because I was like, oh, I don't want to put that stress on my computer, but it's holding up pretty well. Got a 980 GTX 980. No, 980 Ti actually. Oh geez, it's not letting me slow down. It bugged out again. You probably weren't here for it, Patel, but we flew this earlier, and for some reason, it just won't let me. There's a bug, and it won't let me slow down. Will it let me speed up? It will. Okay, never mind. I'm just misinterpreting things. But earlier, it was actually doing that. I gotta really figure this out. I'm running out of time here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This is not a landing strip. This is not a landing strip. What are they talking about? Oh, jeez. Now we're going through trees. Love to see Canada. The cold, yeah. Brake, dude. Slow the plane down. Hell, look at that. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. You know what? I think that counts. I didn't hit any buildings. I got close. Did not hit any buildings. Hit some trees, but... Well, there you have it. If I have to save a Boeing for some reason, I can do it. Just give me an Xbox controller. Wonder if I could take off from this, though. I want to see. My brake is still on, I think. There we go. Yeah, it was a wicked landing. This thing takes a lot of time to really get going. Jeez. I don't think I've ever flown on a plane this big. I flew on a Boeing, like a normal Boeing, but not like a one with 2 stories. This thing's huge. Come on, you. Get up there. Gosh, this game is so beautiful. Let's see what happens if I just drop the engines. If I play it on like the serious hardcore mode, maybe I would just, I think it cuts to black and there's an explosion like effect or something. Anyway, I think that's it though. I gotta call it a night. It's getting too late here. I gotta wrap some things up and make lunch for tomorrow and go to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed. We had another viewer that for a long time there that did not talk, but that's okay. You don't have to talk. We don't have to chat. A lot of adventures today. I went to New York. We went to China. We went to Mount Everest, which is a little disappointing. And UK. Went all over the place. Anyway, guys. That's it. Bye for now. Hey, you too, man. You too, Kapil. You take it easy, brother. You should get to bed. It's past your bedtime. Good night, guys.